So you just got a new drum set for the holidays, or perhaps you had a Bahi resolution to learn a new skill. Either way, you're here to learn how to play drums, so let's get started. We shall begin with the most basic rock beat, and it sounds like this. So first of all, let's talk about how to count this beat. All you have to do is say 1, 2, 3, 4 over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy, right? Now we just have to replace those numbers with drum hits and we're good to go. The only hard part is deciding what to start with, since we have the bass drum, snare drum, and the hi-hat. To keep it simple, let's learn the hi-hat pattern first, since this is played on all 4 counts of the beat. And what that means, since we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you hit the hi-hat on every single number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it? Let's add the bass drum next. You're gonna stomp this bad boy on every 1 and every 3. So counting the beat, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting the hi-hat and bass drum together now, it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we're ready to add the snare drum now, the centerpiece, the most important part of the kit. This will be played on every 2 and every 4. So counting it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's put all 3 together, starting with the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And congratulations, you just played your first drum beat. Oh, yeah! You can also add a lot of variations to this beat, once you get more comfortable with it. For example, double time with the hi-hat. Here's normal. What we're doing here is doubling the amount of times we hit the hi-hat by adding an extra hit in between each number. So instead of counting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Basically, you add the word and in between each number, and that'll give us 8 equal notes per measure instead of 4. Alternatively, if you don't want to say and, you could now just count to 8 over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You like? Easy math. And one more simple variation for this beat would be adding an extra bass drum hit. Normal first. Normally we just have the bass drum on the 1 and the 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's again count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, to get those 8th notes. So we'll add an extra bass drum on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if it's easier for you to count to 8 instead of the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we will put the kicks on the 1, 5, and the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs. And how you like that? Obviously, there's a lot more variations you could play around with this drum beat, but I just want to touch on the basics today. That being said, if you get to the end of this video and you find yourself already wanting to learn more drum beats, I highly recommend you check out an app called Melodics, which is a really cool gamified way to learn the drums. There's thousands of lessons and exercises for all skill levels and different genres of music, and it kind of reminds me of Guitar Hero since it's got the rolling view and it gives you a score based on how well you play what's on the screen. You can use Melodics with electronic drums, MIDI pianos, pads, and their most recent update lets you use an acoustic drum set. How cool is that? Just put your device or laptop close to your kit, go through the calibration process, and you're all set. Check that out. You get instant feedback too. It tells you if you're hitting the right drums or if you're rushing or dragging. You can also switch to practice mode if you want to slow anything down. There's a bunch of popular songs on here that you can play along to. We got Smash Mouth. Oh boy, Tom Petty! Oh, come on, that was close enough. Definitely a fun way to learn the drums. And guess what? Melodics gave me a code just for you guys for 15% off. How about that? I'll put the link and code down below in the description for you. Go check out Melodics. And oh yeah! Here's our second easy drum beat, the disco beat. If you can't tell, this beat is a little bit similar to the first beat because the snare drum is still on the 2 and the 4. But we have different patterns on the hi-hat and the bass drum, so let's break it down. We'll go to the bass drum first this time, and just like the hi-hat from the first beat, the bass drum is going to be on all 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To add the snare drum, same as last time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple enough, right? Now to add the hi-hats, we're going to introduce what's called 16th notes. In our first beat, we had the quarter notes, since there's 4 of those in a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then with the double time hi-hat, we introduced 8th notes, since there's 8 of those in a measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now with the 16th notes, you guessed it, it's double time from the 8th notes, so now we'll get 16 hits in a measure. To count 16th notes, the preferred musical slang is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Some of you are probably like, wait, what the f did he just say? Why can't I just play 16 notes? And yeah, that's fine too. But that's pretty much how we're gonna count the hi-hats for the disco beat. We'll start with quarter notes and work our way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Once you get comfortable with this, you can start the beat with the hi-hat and bass drum together. Since we have quarter notes on the bass drum and 16th notes on the hi-hat, that means we're gonna get 1 bass drum hit for every 4 hi-hat hits. Easy math. And it sounds like this. And guess what? That's pretty much the whole beat. You're already playing it. Now you just need to move your right hand away from the hi-hat to hit the snare drum for every other bass drum hit. In other words, the snare is on the 2 and the 4 again. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And congratulations, you have just passed level 2. Oh yeah! For our third and final beginner drummy drums beat, we have the swing jazz beat. And once again, this is somewhat similar to the first beat because the kick is on the 1 and the 3, the snare is on the 2 and the 4. But this time we're playing a triplet feeling swing pattern with the cymbal. You could also do this with the hi-hat, by the way. but I think it sounds better on the ride. So to understand triplets, we are now splitting notes into 3s instead of 4s. And that probably doesn't make sense yet, so let's take our standard 1, 2, 3, 4 and subdivide 3 quicker hits for each number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 triplet sex. You can also count this in 6s if you want to, since we're now dealing with triplets. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In my humble opinion, counting it in 6s is a little bit easier to comprehend it, but that just could be the way my brain prefers it. Let's get the bass drum and snare drum down first. So we got the bass drum on every 1 and the snare on every 4, if we're counting it in 6s, that is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's basically the same thing from the first beat with the kick and snare. And for the cymbal, it's a little bit tougher. We're on the 1, the 4, and the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For some of you, it might even be easier to start out by playing all 6 hits on the cymbal, you know, just to get the triplet feeling down. And that'll sound like this. And once you're comfortable with that, you just subtract the necessary notes to turn it into the jazz beat. And would you look at that, you just graduated from Baachi Beginner University. But if you want even more clarity on triplets, click this video right here. You like? Goodbye!